Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Yevamot, page 71. And we find here something quite fascinating. When it came to the Jewish people who were traveling in the wilderness, in which they were extremely close to God, they received the Torah at Mount Sinai, manna, food fell directly from the sky. For some reason, we find that the Jewish people decided not to have circumcision, Brit Milah, during the entire 40 years that they were wandering in the wilderness, which certainly leads to the question as to why not. When it comes to Brit Milah, this is one of the most important mitzvot in the Torah. It's extremely, extremely important. And one could say, all right, there are some people that unfortunately don't know better. They may not know the laws, and therefore they were never circumcised in their life. However, these are, again, the people that were living in the desert, and they were surrounded by all these miracles. Why would they not have done the ritual circumcision? And on this, the Talmud actually gives us two answers, practical answers. One is because if they would be circumcised, which was a major procedure, that's something in which could be extremely dangerous, especially as they are in the desert and wandering all over the place. A person who has had a surgery, they can't just jump up and move on. And there is that strong possibility that they may end up needing to move moments after a particular child or person had this bris. And therefore, to avoid the potential danger, we did not allow anyone to become circumcised, because we want to make sure to preserve the safety and health of all people. Alternatively, we find that there was this special wind, this northern wind, that was a perfect temperature. It wasn't too hot, not too cold, and it caused the sun to come out, and it was actually very therapeutic, especially when it came to someone who had had a Brit Milah. However, during those 40 years, God did not allow this special, comfortable wind, which would really have been a big help to having had a Brit Milah. He did not allow it. And the question is, why not? And one of the answers, interestingly enough, is we know that the Jewish people were protected when they were in the wilderness from the harsh sun by having these clouds of glory, these ananei hakavod. And if these winds, which were normally powerful but beautifully comfortable winds, if they existed, it would end up blowing away these clouds of glory. And therefore, the reason why we could not have circumcision teaches us two important lessons. First of all, even though it's important, of course, to observe the Torah, we are not obligated to do anything in which could be jeopardizing to our health. In fact, we see all of the Jewish people didn't do it because of this potential danger. And also, when it came to the important mitzvah of circumcision, but God understood it's also important that the Jewish people should be protected by these clouds of glory. And therefore, he wanted to make sure that they remained while we were in the desert.